Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pie. Not just any pie. I want you to watch the video and see how this pie ends up, and it is amazing. Alright, let's get on with it. One 400 gram can of diced tomatoes. They can go straight into a little blender, and I've got a few little cherry tomatoes that were in the refrigerator. Throw those in as well. Give that a nice good blitz. We're basically making a nice little passata type sauce here. Right, we can set that aside, and we'll use that in a little while. Nice big saucepan, good glug of olive oil, extra virgin of course, and we're going to put in 2 grated carrots, right, straight in on top of that oil. Get those sort of frying off a little bit. I've got 500 grams of ground beef, or beef mince for us Aussies. I'm just going to break that up with that carrot, and we're going to start browning that mince off. 2 onions that I've grated, and we're going a grate for a different reason, and that's to give us a different texture for this particular pie. Keep that give that a nice big stir through, of course. Keep it moving. I've got around about 2 cloves of garlic. I use my garlic paste as per usual. If you're a subscriber, you'd know. A good handful of mixed Italian herbs. Doesn't matter what you're buying or what you're using, just mixed Italian herbs. And I'm going to give it a little bit more basil with about 2 teaspoons worth of basil paste. Keep stirring that through. Once we're starting to get a bit of brownage happening on the meat, we can put in that tomato mixture that we just made. Give that another good stir through. That's the important thing with this meal. Got to keep it moving. Salt to taste. That was around about 1/4 teaspoon. Black pepper, freshly ground of course, and I'll give it a real good dosage of black pepper, probably about 2 teaspoons. Glug of red wine, why not? Throw that in. Keep stirring that through, just like I'm doing right there. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste concentrate. Very, very important, that one, right? And I use these little sachets. They are really effective and they last a long time. A bit of Worcestershire sauce, or Worcester sauce, as some people would call it. Give that a stir through. That's going to give us a real nice depth and add to our beef units. We'll take that off, put that aside, and we'll wait for our next step. I've got about 20 grams of butter and about 2 tablespoons worth of flour. Doesn't matter what flour at all. That's probably a self-raising that I've used. And what we're basically going to do is make a roux. So you mix that flour and butter together, cook out the flour, and we can start adding in milk a little bit at a time. And you will watch and see how this flour mixture absorbs the milk as we cook. As it starts to thicken up, add a little bit more milk. Right, just keep going, just keep stirring that through. We will get to a different point where we will need to change implements. A little bit of salt, that goes in, good pinch, and I'm going to use just a sprinkle of ground nutmeg. I've changed over to my whisk. This is going to make the sauce really, really creamy. Look, a good chef that's got their head in the right place will keep using the spoon. Look, sorry, I've got to go to the whisk, and now I've changed up my milk for cream. I've got that thickening up again. I'm going to add in a good handful of just grated tasty cheese, and here I've got some finely grated pecorino cheese that goes in. And all we have to do is keep stirring this through, and it'll start to melt off and make a really nice, rich, cheesy bechamel type sauce. Right, frozen puff pastry. I've got the bottom of a 20 centimeter springform pan. We're just going to trace around that, and we're going to end up with a real nice little circle of pastry, just like that. That is still slightly frozen. It just makes things a little bit easier to work with at that point. Put your springform ring on the base, give that a click, and it's going to hold that paper that I've just put down on top of that bottom all together. This is just going to make clean up a little bit easier. Put our piece of pastry in just like that. Very, very simple. And we're going to prick these, put a few holes in the bottom, just nice little small ones. You can use a fork if you want. I'm going to place a little bit of a weight on top. I'm going to blind bake this for about 10 minutes at about 200 degrees Celsius. Right, so I can go straight into the oven. Right, in the meantime, I've got some lasagna sheets. Fold those in half, give it a little press, it'll leave a little mark, and you know that you're going to be cutting these exactly in half. This little these pre-bought sheets that you can get, they're the perfect size for this recipe. Right, 10 minutes later, our blind bake is done. I'm going to wait for that to cool off a little bit, and I'm going to remove that little weight, which was just a small plate. I'm going to get another sheet of our puff pastry, cut that into thirds, and all we have to simply do now is make our sides. So we're going to layer these around. We might end up going overlap a little bit. It doesn't matter, it's going to be on the inside, no one's really going to notice. Make sure we press the bottom down as well, so we want to, the bottom of those sides, we want to make sure they're sort of sticking into the base of our pie. I just press that down, and before you know it, we've got a really nice little case to start working with. Alright, let's start creating this thing. I've got a little bit of our mince mixture there. I'm just going to smooth that out. A very light layer is all we need on the base, so just smooth that out as best as you can. One layer of our lasagna sheet, our pasta sheet, straight down. We're going to add in a little bit of our cheesy sauce as well, just like that. And if you haven't worked it out by now, what we're actually making is a lasagna pie. Yep, sounds stupid, sounds crazy, but I tell you what, it works. So just keep alternating your layers up between the mince mixture and the bechamel sauce, and of course the pasta sheets. Just keep layering that up until we get all the way to the top. I think we need to go in a bit of fast forward action any second now. So just keep layering those up. It's going to make the creamiest, most beautiful and rich lasagna that you ever tasted. And the cool thing is, you don't need to try and dish it out of a container or a vessel. You've just got to cut it like you would do a pie, and you've got your lasagna all within its own little casing. So just keep going, just like that. And I've got one more piece of pastry that I've also cut. Put that straight over the top. I'm going to cook this for around about 25 minutes to half an hour. Make sure you put a few holes in the top. That's going to allow any steam in the pie to escape. And about halfway through our cooking process, I'm going to put a little bit of our grated tasty cheese straight on top, so it's going to look a little bit like that there. Right, remove the springform ring, and look at that. We have got an amazing lasagna pie. So cool, tastes amazing, and just a novel way to serve a lasagna and a novel filling for a pie. So there you go, we've got our beautiful lasagna pie served up on the plate and ready to go. Love to see you try and make this one at home. It's a lot of fun to do. Tastes amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video, really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button, gives me confidence, should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Share this with all your friends on all platforms and social media. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell. You want to learn how to make one of my crazy recipes just like this one? You need to come and join the family, my family. Hit the subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Alright, off to eat my lasagna pie, and I will catch you next time. Bye!